Hey everybody, so in this video I want to talk about hiring and how hiring is a major challenge for a lot of moving bosses. A lot of moving company owners report that it's very difficult to recruit the right types of people and to find the right types of employees. And before I do that, I want to tell you a little story about a friend that I have actually. Let's call him John. And John was a 5-star moving labor supplier on a website for U-Haul. And me and John, we both have 5-star reviews, and John has, he has triple, quadruple my number of reviews. At a time I only had maybe 20 reviews and he had 100 plus, and we started the business at the same time. We have the same experience, and he's actually stronger than me. He actually has better customer service than me. But the one thing that I saw that John struggled with, which, he never got his recruiting down, and he ended up having to live out of his truck, living homeless pretty much. Eventually he kind of got to that point where I don't know what had happened to him. But long story short, he had troubles with trusting other people, trusting other men, trusting other laborers, and he always complained about how difficult it was. So you don't want to be John. You don't want to be like my friend John, right? So you really want to get hiring down. You want to get it down to a T. So in this video, I want to go over a couple of different tips that you can use to not be like John and to get your moving crew all set. The first thing you want to do is you want to recruit. Like, I really recommend you join the gym. Like, find a community, find a group where you're going to find people who are into fitness, who, if you get to know the gym owner, there's going to be an ample amount of guys, young kids who probably want a job, who want to start earning income and money. And they're in the gym at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, afternoon, and they're there 3 times a week. They love fitness and they wouldn't mind a little extra income. Trust me. Maybe they're having a difficult time with getting a job. Maybe they're still in school, but like these are the types of people that you want to recruit. These young people have great, personalities as well. They're personable. From my experience, they're really, young generation, they're a good generation. They have their struggles, but they're good workers. If you can find the right people, they're going to be a good crew. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to look into the book, The E-Myth Revisited. It's a book by Michael Gerber. It's a story about Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. And Ray Kroc was able to build his empire because he systemized his business, right? So you have to start writing roles and responsibilities of the job for the movers, and you really want to write a script and have it step by step so they can follow every little thing that they're supposed to do on the job. They can follow it step by step. It's your job, it's your duty, it's your duty as the owner of the business to have the business work for you, right? And the only way for you to do that is to systemize things so that any new recruit who comes into your business knows exactly what to do. You can't blame a new person for doing things wrong if you didn't explain it to them. If you didn't explain step by step how to get something done the right way. It's not their fault that they don't know how to do the things that you expect them to do. It's your job to teach it to them. It's your job to instill it into them. And it's your job to explain it to them. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to look at their resumes. Anybody who can create a resume and write a resume, they're gonna show you quickly that they have skills where they can communicate, right? They can communicate with you. They can communicate with other people. They could put a document together. They'll know, they can present a document for the client to sign. It's a little overrated, but, not everybody who's going to be a great mover is going to be able to produce a resume. But if they can produce a resume and they can show you that they have punctuation skills and they know how to use grammar and they read and write, it's a good thing. The next thing I want you to do is conduct a phone interview. Do it over the phone. That's like one of the first things you might want to do before you invite them in person. This is going to show you their communication styles. Like, how do they communicate? Are they friendly? Are they personable? Or are they angry? Are they like loud? Are they obnoxious? Like, it's going to really quickly let you know who to really trust and who not to. It's very, very easy. The next thing I want you to do is then I want you to, invite them in person. And this is where, you might test different things like their eyesight. Like if they're a driver, there's a test for the DOT. The driver's got to, ensure that they have good eyesight, right? So they don't, they have good vision on the road. Another thing you might want to assess is their their fitness levels. Maybe you put them through a little circuit, see how many push-ups they can do, before they get tired. See if what they do when they get tired, right? This job is such a physically demanding job that you really want people who are strong, who are going to be, who are going to have good fitness, right? You don't want to hire people that, you think they're all good in this and that, but like they smoke a lot of cigarettes and they really can't keep up, like, and their fitness is like really bad, right? So I really like putting them through a little bit of a circuit. The next thing I want you to do is, if these people do pass these tests that you have, they get through the phone interview and in person, I want you to introduce them to your crew, the crew that already exists. Introduce them to your tribe, because if your tribe, your guys, your crew, they like these new recruits, then this is a good sign for you to hire them. If they don't get along with this person, they don't like them, it's a good sign that they might not get along. So you want them to kind of accept the new recruit and train the new recruit and help the new recruit. The last thing I want you to do is I want you to then run a background check, right? Like it seems like sometimes it seems like it's a little bit too much to do, but if you can get your hands on, get their information, their ID, run it through a background check. You don't know like some of these people's backgrounds. Like I ran into people who literally have had sexual assaults, like criminal records. I ran into somebody who had like attempted manslaughter or something like that. I don't know, but like he told me in real life, like he admitted it to me without me running the background check. He was basically saying, if you're going to run these background checks, it's not going to be worth it because I have a history, right? And in that situation, I knew his situation, what had happened was years and years and years and years and years ago. I gave him a little bit of a shot, but eventually, his personality started coming out, and I realized this is not the type of person I want to be around and to have on my crew. So those are the few things I want you to do. If you're able to, this is like the last step. This is what the company Zappos did. It's a multi-billion-dollar company that was acquired by Amazon. They paid their potential employees right before they started. They gave them like a $2,000 signing bonus to quit. They basically incentivized their new employees to quit instead of, and take $2,000 for free, right? I'm not saying you give them $2,000 for free. You can give them a little bit. Like the people that you really get to the last stage and you're like, okay, this is the new employee that I want to hire. You might want to incentivize them. Maybe give them like $150. Give them like a nice juicy gift card. Incentivize them to quit the company and not join, and see, are they going to take that way out, or do they really want to be with you for the long haul? Not everybody will, and some people will take your $200, your gift card, and that's a little bit of a loss on you, but you're going to know the people who don't take that, they really want to join your company, and those are the real people that you really want to build with and to build around. Those are the people who are going to be in it for the long haul, as long as they can last, right? So those are the few tips that I have for you, and I just really want to encourage you to, to don't wait, act now. You really want to start recruiting these people and develop them. You want to start building the right team for you now. Like you don't want to wait and just keep the guys that aren't really the best fit right here, right now, and then you stick with them for the next 6 months to a year, and the excuse is that this is the only guy that you can find, right? You want to start recruiting today. You want to start getting the best people today. And that's all I have for you. I hope you the best recruitment process, and I hope you find the right people to help you grow your business and scale as far as you want to go. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below.